Well, this afternoon, poll workers are making final preparations for what's expected to be a very busy election day tomorrow. And we have team coverage on the midterm elections. Our chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, sat down with President Trump in a one-on-one interview before voters head to the polls. We'll hear from Scott in just a moment. Right now, let's hear from our other Scott, Scott Logan. He's live in Boise to show us how workers in Ada County are using today to help things run smoothly tomorrow.
Well, I'm here at election headquarters, Ada County election headquarters in West Boise. They're starting to set up the voting booths for tomorrow when people will start coming in to vote. But what about those mail-in ballots that we've been talking about? Well, there's tens of thousands of them, and before you can count them, you have to open the envelopes. That may sound simple, but it's quite a chore. The first step in this great exercise of democracy is pretty simple. Open up the mail-in ballots. But it's a little more complicated than that because there are 23,000 envelopes coming in from all over the world. It takes as many as 70 Ada County election workers and several hours to get the job done.
Right, under Idaho law, we can't begin actually counting them until tomorrow, election day. But in order to count them all on election day, we need to get them into position so that they're ready to be counted. So here is what we are doing. We are preparing them to be counted.
And remember, the ballot this election is 2 pages. So workers are actually sorting through 46,000 sheets of paper, each one the free expression of a voter's will. The ballots will not be counted until Tuesday, and the results won't be released until 9 p.m. election night.
Idaho straddles 2 time zones, right? And per the Secretary of State's directive, right? They don't want us being in a position of releasing results in one time zone before the polls close in another.
Now, I can report that they've taken care of getting those ballots opened and getting those envelopes opened and the ballots ready for counting. They took care of that about an hour ago. Now, we have some statewide numbers about early voting turnout. Strong. The Secretary of State's office says 153,000 early votes have been cast 4 years ago. Well, this is about almost twice as many votes as were cast 4 years ago. So there's definitely a lot of enthusiasm in this election, and we're going to see what tomorrow brings when people come out to the polls. Live in Boise, Scott Logan, CBS 2 News.